Let me ask you something real. Have you ever canceled plans not because you were tired, not because you were busy, but simply because staying home felt better? Not easier, not safer, just better. If that sounds familiar, you're not lazy, broken, or antisocial. You're wired differently. People who love staying at home experience the world in a way that values peace over noise, depth over distraction, and comfort over performance. Once you understand the psychology behind it, staying home stops looking like avoidance and starts looking like self-awareness. People who enjoy staying at home are usually very conscious of their energy. Social interaction costs them something mentally and emotionally, so they don't spend that energy carelessly. They don't go out just to say they did. They don't surround themselves with people who drain them. This isn't weakness, it's emotional intelligence. Knowing when to pull back is often a sign of maturity and control in a world that feels unpredictable. Instead, they choose environments where they can reset and recharge. Outside, there are expectations, judgments, comparisons, and constant stimulation. At home, those pressures quiet down. The brain feels safe, and when the brain feels safe, stress lowers and clarity increases. People who love staying home often process emotions more effectively because they give themselves the space to do so. They're not running from life, they're taking the time to understand it. Many home-loving individuals have rich inner worlds. Their minds are active, reflective, and deeply analytical. Silence doesn't make them uncomfortable, it gives them room to think. They replay conversations, question ideas, and search for meaning beneath the surface. That's why small talk feels exhausting to them, while deep conversations feel energizing. They prefer quality over quantity, substance over noise, and authenticity over appearance. Another psychological trait common among people who love staying home is low dependence on external validation. They don't need constant attention to feel fulfilled. They don't measure happiness by how busy they look or how social they appear. Their contentment comes from comfort, familiarity, and inner balance. Being alone doesn't scare them because they actually like their own company, and that's something many people never learn how to do. People who enjoy staying home also tend to have strong personal boundaries. They know when to say no without over-explaining or apologizing. They understand that their time and mental health are valuable, so they don't give them away just to avoid disappointing others. This ability to protect one's peace is a sign of self-respect. It reflects an understanding that being constantly available does not equal being healthy emotionally. These individuals often feel things deeply. They are sensitive to tone, atmosphere, and emotional shifts, even when nothing is said out loud. Being around too many people for too long can overwhelm their nervous system. Staying home allows them to regulate their emotions and maintain balance. This sensitivity is not fragility. It is awareness, and awareness requires care. Society often misunderstands people who love staying home because modern culture glorifies constant activity. Being busy is praised and being still is questioned. If you're not always out, visible, or socially active, people assume you're missing something. In reality, many home lovers are simply intentional. They choose how they spend their time instead of moving on autopilot. And that kind of self-direction can make others uncomfortable. There is also a strong connection between solitude and creativity. Time alone allows the brain to focus, connect ideas, and think long-term. This is why many writers, artists, developers, and thinkers prefer staying home. They do their best work in quiet spaces where their thoughts aren't constantly interrupted. Their progress may not be loud, but it is steady and meaningful. Contrary to popular belief, people who love staying at home are often deeply content. Their happiness just doesn't look dramatic. It shows up as calm mornings, familiar routines, and a sense of emotional stability. They value peace more than excitement and meaning more than appearance. Over time, that kind of lifestyle supports mental health far better than constant stimulation ever could. If you love staying at home, you are not falling behind in life. You are not doing something wrong. You are listening to yourself in a world that rarely slows down long enough to do the same. Choosing peace, comfort, and self-understanding is not avoidance. It is awareness. And awareness, in the long run, is one of the most powerful psychological strengths a person can have.